When concluding what the defendant's blood alcohol concentration was, you used an equation.
I did rely on one equation, however, it must be clear. I did not come to a conclusion as to blood alcohol content. I came to a conclusion as to what blood alcohol content was not 0.19 in this case.
To do that, you used an equation to try and determine what the defendant's blood alcohol content was.
That was only one factor in this case.
There are 5 variables that go into that equation that you used, aren't there?
Actually, including time, there would be 6.
6 variables. But one of those variables is the amount of alcohol consumed.
That is correct.
That's the most essential variable when determining someone's blood alcohol content, isn't it?
It does play the biggest role, yes.
Now, you had to make some assumptions about how much alcohol the defendant had, didn't you?
Assumptions were made. I assumed that the information I received was accurate in this case.
You actually assumed that the amount of alcohol contained in each drink that the defendant had was 14 grams. Isn't that right?
That was part of my conclusion in this case, yes.
You don't know if it was stronger?
It's possible in this case, however, I was relying on the information by Ms. Dawson in this case.
So you don't know if the drinks were stronger,
I did not test the drinks of Ms. Dawson that night, no.
and you don't know if they were weaker.
They certainly could have been weaker.
If the assumption that you made was wrong, your conclusion would be wrong. Isn't that right?
I would not say so. It would affect my conclusion. However, my observations, given the information of Dr. Smith, the mouth alcohol, and the breath-to-blood alcohol ratio, allow me to conclude the BAC of Ms. Dawson was not 0.19 on the night of the accident.
Aaron, this concludes my voir dire. The witness has just said that if her assumptions were wrong, her conclusions would change. In this case, she assumed that the defendant had a standard amount of drink. However, she was not able to confirm that in any way. An assumption is not sufficient facts and data for her to give a conclusion, Your Honor.
Your Honor, may I respond? According to case law, tarot card readers, these known error rates, while they are certainly relevant, they are not certainly dispositive. Therefore, this entire line of questioning goes to the weight, not the admissibility of this testimony. All of the prongs have been met for her expert opinion. Therefore, this is admissible.
Your Honor, I'm familiar with the case law tarot readers, and it actually has nothing to do with the facts that she used. In this case, the facts that she used were not sufficient because she didn't use facts. She used assumptions. Assumptions that may or may not have been wrong, which would have altered her conclusion, like she said.
State.
Doctor, in regards to the reliability of the Intoxilizer 8000, do you have a conclusion to a degree of scientific certainty?